I poured enough gas into the podcast machine, so we're good to go here. I wanted to start with a message for... hold on. Okay, I can't get anything done with the phone line always ringing, but I'm bound by my station. I guess I have to answer it. Hello, who's this?
Oh, mama. Oh, mama. I'm a mama pajama.
Who, do I know you?
Oh, you know who it is. It's Santa Elvis, baby. Come on, mama.
This is fucking stupid. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing Santa Elvis.
Come on, mama. Come on.
Look, we've done Santa.
Come on, mama.
Look, I don't have time for stupid characters this week. This episode is actually intended for the new guy in the White House to listen to. I pulled some strings. I got a janitor to leave a note in the Oval Office desk with the URL of this episode and the podcast phone line number just to see if that works. Oh my god, this thing never stops ringing now. It rings way too much now. Hello?
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 Hello, who is this?
Hey, it's President Joseph Biden, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., or Sr., or...
This is Joe Biden. Oh, wait. It was the next guy who was supposed to get my message. Did you get my message?
Yeah, Jack, it showed up at my desk a few weeks ago.
My name's not Jack. Well, don't just say, You're the fucking president.
Yeah, well, not anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a whole basket of mama. Mama pajama.
Who the fuck's that guy?
Sorry, Mr. President. That's, look, just don't worry about who it is.
Oh, don't worry, mama.
He's just, an associate of mine. He's, just, you can just ignore him. Well, I guess now that you're free, do you want to, do you just want to, talk about Bionicle, or?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I don't know anything about Bionicle.
Me neither, I don't even know what it is.
Wow, it's funny that we both, went along with that even though we both didn't know shit about Bionicle. It's almost like we're trying to impress each other.
Yeah, Jack, I respect you.
Sorry, can you just, put a little more air through your trachea? Come on.
Yeah, well, that's not how I do it, Jack. Alright, well, I gotta get back to my Angry Birds.
Oh man, what a throwback. People are still playing that game?
Game? This is real life. These birds have me fighting for my life, you damn crackerjack.
Okay, well, good luck to you with that.
Thank you, and God bless.
America?
Yeah, that's the one.
Alright, well, enjoy the permanent vacation, Mr. President. As for you,
Oh, come on, mama.
you gotta stop. This is harassment at this point.
Come on, mama.
No. This mom ain't coming.
Oh. Ho ho.
Yeah, gotta throw a ho-ho in there. Went a little too far on the Elvis side, huh? I had to mix it in with a little ho-ho. Is that how it is? Gonna hang up on you now. Thank you so much. Thanks so much. Okay, well now the real actual show can get started, where we talk about what we always talk about. Stocks, financial analysis, keeping an eye on your portfolio and your 401k and your C3PO. I'm looking at all of them. I'm closing my eyes right now. I can see them. I can see the Dow Jones in my mind. And that's how you can trust me with your money. What else do you need to know? Look, if you really want me to do this, I have a computer in front of me. I might as well see how the market closed. Market's not open tomorrow because it's a holiday. The front page of Yahoo Finance says the stock market has never looked like this before. Well, I picked a great time to go on finance.yahoo.com. Oh, a rally in stocks has brought the market to stretched valuation levels on an uncertain policy path as Trump enters office. Why is Trump so into Bitcoin? What's going on? What's that motherfucker up to? Something weird's going on. I don't know, following politics, it kind of feels like you're just following the goings-on in a zoo enclosure, except what happens in the zoo enclosure decides whether you get to have health care. If those two monkeys over there have sex, they're gonna level Taiwan. That's what it feels like to me. Because I'm not really paying attention to the details. It's kind of boring. It's kind of just the same thing over and over again. But eventually there are larger shifts, at the further edges of that wheel that take longer to go around, but they're moving too. Which basically just means, things actually can change in really big ways. Nothing ever happens has a shelf life, because something eventually happens. Everyone wearing the Nothing Ever Happens t-shirt, after something happens, they have to black out parts of the t-shirt so it just says, thing happens. Thing can happen. And something's happening right now. It's this podcast. Hello. It's a segue into reminding you that you're listening to a podcast. Well, I am, of course, getting a call from former President Joseph R. Biden. Hello?
Just wanted to get your opinion on this.
Oh, yeah?
I just saw a guy on TV named Joe Biden. You know that guy?
Who do you think you are right now?
I'm no one. Nothing. Atoms. Molecules. Wind whistling against the branches of reality. I'm nothing and I'm everything. I went to Scranton. I told him that in Scranton.
You told him, what did you tell him in Scranton?
I told him about a big hairy dog I saw come run around one time. Big man, used to say rough, rough. Used to come up to me, say rough, rough to me. Used to see it all the time in Scranton.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you told them that, and I guess, well, thanks for calling anyway.
Hey, another question. Do you think it's normal if Jimmy Carter starts talking to you?
I would say if that's happening, that's probably not really a good sign for you. I mean, I really do hate to tell you that.
When I get to heaven, is it just gonna be a bunch of old fucks standing around?
I don't know. That's not really the kind of question that I can really answer on the podcast. It's called Purgatory Podcast, not the Heaven Podcast.
Alright, well thanks. Drive safe.
Weird guy, but you know, we got a new weird guy now, so new weird guy just dropped. He's the president again. I think, I think now would be a great time for our in-house bongo player to just fire up the crowd a little bit, do his routine. We call him Bingo the Gorilla because he's a gorilla. He's a live animal. He's playing the bongos. Got a problem? But keep it to yourself. Don't tell anybody about this, okay? Don't tell anybody I showed you this. Alright, Bingo, go for it, buddy. Okay. Now we have state-of-the-art mics hooked up to Bingo's drums, so we can hear every little snare rattle. We can hear everything. We can almost hear his heart beating. It seems like he doesn't want to play the drums today, and that's weird because he texted me. He said, "Yeah, dude, I'm good for it." I don't know why he would have lied. Maybe it's true what they say. All monkeys are just dirty, rotten liars. Is it? Wait, are you hearing this? I thought I was thinking that. He's actually getting better in real time. Like, I'm hearing him getting better. Don't you hear it? He's really good. I don't even have any jokes. It's just really good. But, there is other stuff going on. It's snowing outside, so if you go outside right now, it'll be snowing. If you're inside, it's not snowing. I don't know what's going on in your localized space. All I know about you is your portfolio, how it's looking, your 401k. Literally, if you're hearing this, I'm looking at your 401k. Don't ask how I have access to it. Don't ask how I knew your PIN. I have all the information. I just want to know, like, that you're safe, that you have a nice nest egg, and that you're going to be able to withstand any upcoming economic volatility that may or may not result from two giraffes who have turned against each other at the zoo. There's all kinds of shit going on in this enclosure. You gotta watch C-SPAN. Well, I'll be handing over the reins now. My own Oval Office will now be given over to a man who calls himself Slurp Von Lipstick. He just comes out here, he tells you what time it is, and you say, "Great, good to know," and then he leaves. Just kidding. It's much worse than that. He comes on here, he talks about himself for a long time. Then he tells you what time it is. He makes no fanfare, no showmanship about it at all. He's known for reading the time. And every time he does it, he just says, "Oh, it's 9:42 p.m." It's like, this is how you talk? Do you think that's interesting? I'm gonna get this guy. Send Musk's goons after him. Set the Gestapo upon him. Or like Gestapo, because they're just jerking each other off all the time. Anyway, I gotta bring out Slurp Von Lipstick. Buddy, come on out. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I'm the one who I just talk about the time. I don't talk about anything else. I don't talk about politics. I don't talk about Fight Club because I haven't seen it. I've never seen it, and I haven't read the movie. So it's a great time check so far. And I haven't even given you the time yet, which I do with professional flair, with joie de vivre, which you've now come to expect from me from my long history of reading the time enthusiastically. And also, just to clear things up from the previous episode, I don't like to make time check about me. And in the spirit of that sentiment, I will say that Larissa and I have gone our separate ways completely. We actually did plan to get back together, but we met, and then she fell down a sewer manhole. And I heard voices that sounded like my 7 young identical children, and then I heard her being hauled off and screaming, "No, don't suspend me in that huge gelatinous cube." And then I heard noises that were suggestive of her being absorbed into a large gelatinous cube. So I've been busy all week with this. It's getting too confusing and I can't figure out what's going on with my own life. So that's why I said I'm going to stop talking about it. I'm just going to talk about neutral things, such as the fact that it is currently 11:33 p.m. Well, that wasn't a good delivery. I was supposed to be good at it this time. Damn it! Well, you know what? There's always next time. Why is somebody calling that? Who is this? I said no calls during this time check. I'm getting a call. The timeline's lighting up. What is going on? Hello? Okay. I might have an idea of who this is. Larissa, if you can hear me, I just want you to know this whole thing with you and my 7 young identical sons, yeah, I just don't have the emotional space to deal with a cube, especially one of that size. It's just that I already have a lot going on right now. I gotta pick up my dog from the dry cleaners, and I gotta pick up my pants from the veterinarians. You might think I just misspoke, but I didn't. That's how messed up everything is right now. Alright, well, I hate to do this. I gotta hang up on Larissa. I'm sorry. This time I have to make a call. I gotta call a man in Calhoun, Texas. He's this week's timeline caller. He wanted us to remind him to download all of his TikTok videos to his phone before TikTok gets deactivated. I'm not sure who messed up here, but I'm pretty sure TikTok's already gone the way of the Library of Alexandria. So I don't think you're gonna be able to get the videos, but if you can, this man's name is Pete. Pete in Calhoun, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm just a little bit bummed about TikTok. You know, a little bit bummed. I wish it was sticking around.
Yeah, well, they had to get rid of it because of I'm not really sure why, to be honest. I don't think it really makes any sense at all.
But I got some really good videos out there. I'm gonna download them, so I'm gonna make sure I keep them for posterity.
Well, can I ask what these TikToks consisted of?
Yeah, I solved E equals MC squared.
You solved E equals MC squared.
I'm the first one to do it.
No, I don't think you're the first one to do it. I don't think you understand how equations work. It's energy equals mass times the speed of light squared. So you're solving for energy.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah, but you're not the first person to think of doing that. You understand that. And, you know, secondly, why did you post it as TikTok videos?
Because when I was doing it on a chalkboard, it didn't get any likes. When I did it on TikTok, those idiots thought they were learning something.
Well, they were learning something, but I don't think it's as groundbreaking as you think that you're just putting numbers into the equation.
I've never seen anybody come out with anything cool.
Come out with anything cool? It's not supposed to be an impressive number.
I got a good one.
Was it 69?
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's kind of cool. I guess it's kind of cool that you did that. So how many likes did that get on TikTok?
56 million.
Yeah, that sounds right. That checks out. Talk about math that checks out.
Yeah, people on TikTok are watching breathing videos. And that account is running a scam because they give bad breathing advice. The people who listened last week all died. So nobody knows the same account's just uploading the same video every week.
You know what? Honestly, now I kind of agree. It should have been shut down. Alright, man. Well, thanks for calling in. I am on a time constraint, as you know.
Hey, thanks for having me.
And I myself have to hang up the phone of doing this segment. Sorry, what is this? Is this Bingo on the bongos over here that I've been hearing about? Wow, he looks much sadder than he sounds. He looks really depressed. Why are we making him do this? Bingo was so much better when he was still indie. You know, now that he's signed, now that he's got a gig, he's phoning it in. Thank you so much. This has been Time Check. Someone else is going to come out here to take care of you. Just stay seated. Don't freak out. You're going to have more stimulation. There's just going to be like 5 to 7 seconds of nothing happening. So, I'll just see you next week. Thank you. Tremendous work. That was, thank you so much. That was Slurp Long Lipstick on the clock. Would be a much better name for the segment than Time Check. I'm not sure who came up with Time Check. I'm getting word now, actually, that the Trump administration is defunding 911. But you can still get help in an emergency. You just have to Venmo the ambulance. You have to, and they don't tell you like what it is. And if you don't get a response, you just keep putting more money in until they come to you. Yeah, I know. It's like the healthcare system is kind of messed up. But I think that would be better. I think that would be better. It'd be better if it were worse. I like to be contrarian. What can I say? I like to say the opposite thing. If you think something's good, I think it's bad. I also heard under the Trump administration there's going to be more like stray dogs. They announced this, the Trump administration, they said we need more stray dogs just like kind of everywhere. I don't want to be some like 2016 resistance lib who was moved by Kate McKinnon playing Hillary singing Alleluia on SNL. I want to just like set myself apart from a certain cohort. So I'm just going to say the best possible outcome of the next 4 years is that it's really weird. It might not be good and it might not be bad, but it might be really, really strange. And that might be the best you can hope for. It could be so strange in a way that's not even worth trying to talk about because we can't possibly predict what's going to happen anyway. But it's a useful exercise to pretend that we do know what's going to happen. Because the brain is optimally built to troubleshoot. It's built to identify problems and then come up with solutions to problems because it keeps us alive. But long past the point where you have your basic needs met, the troubleshooting part of your brain is still 100% revved up all the time. It's always looking for a problem. And if it's going to look for a problem, it's going to find a problem. And maybe that problem is going to be all kinds of weird shit because that device is being pointed at things it's not normally pointed at. Like, hey, how do I make America better? I know what the problem is. It's, the Jews or tectonic plates or whatever it is. You just come up with like one thing to focus on. It's way easier to distill the totality of everything into one single thing that you can understand. Because if you're confronting 3 wild animals that are threatening your survival outside of your cave, you can really only pay attention to one at a time. There are people in America right now who think every single problem stems from pit bull owners. There's probably a Facebook group called like Moms Against Pit Bulls. They're just like posting articles about pit bulls like just tearing children asunder. I'm not saying the moms are necessarily wrong, but these moms that I've just made up, they're so singularly focused on the issue of pit bull safety, they've essentially hallucinated this like idol of fear that they follow into hell. I mean, honestly, I don't know, I guess there are good pit bulls, but I feel like every other day I see a video of a pit bull like tearing the front grille off a Buick, just like chewing the tailpipe and swallowing it. And then people in the comments are like, pit bulls actually love babies. They love the smell of infants. I literally leave my infant son in a room full of 60 pit bulls all day, every day, and he's completely fine. And there are comments under that that are like, my pit bull worked for Habitat for Humanity. Like, really? They did? I mean, that would be amazing. I don't know if it's true. I just have a preconceived notion that I'm reinforcing through, confirmation bias and stuff. I don't know. Maybe a pit bull should be the next president. I mean, the furniture is already getting torn up. Every president, when they get in that Oval Office the first day, they're running around on all fours, grunting, snorting, tearing that furniture apart. They're so excited to be president. I wonder if Trump's going to do it this time, because he's already been in there. You don't always know it the second time. Sometimes the second time it's like, oh, my scent is already in here, so I'm not going to go too crazy. But there's definitely another guy who was pissing in here. And do you know if anybody was pissing in the Oval Office? Look, it's not funny to make jokes where the punchline is, oh, he's an old guy. It's kind of sad what happened to him. It's not right. It shouldn't happen to anybody. It should never happen again, honestly. I think he really did care about his legacy. But he cared so much about it that he forgot to make sure it didn't fucking suck at the end. I don't know. I don't think he's a bad guy. Which really is more an indictment of what the office does and what it represents. It's like, if you're a soulless monster, you're gonna do well. Well, maybe that's a problem. But no, honestly, I think most of the presidents think they are doing the right thing. I think they all think they're crushing it. Because they're surrounded by people who tell them that they are. So what do you expect to happen? Go back to the zoo enclosure, okay? Picture like two monkeys like shooting guns at each other. One of them kills the other. Someone takes the winning monkey aside and says, your polling numbers took a dip, but you're doing fine, and we believe in you. What's that monkey gonna do next? But, personally, whatever happens, I voted correctly, so it's not my problem. That's how it works. You just do one thing every 4 years, and nothing else you do matters. You can just vote, then you just go home and play video games, and then 4 years later, you're like, are they still doing this? I thought if we voted correctly enough times, we would never have to vote again. If these people we're voting for are so smart, they should figure out a way to make it so that we don't have to vote again. And I'm not saying in a dictatorship way, I'm saying they should make it so good that we don't have to get rid of you. Isn't it kind of funny that there are term limits for presidents? Because it's like, we're definitely gonna get sick of it. That would be like starting a relationship with somebody and just saying on like the second date, like, look, after 4 years, your hair is gonna get gray rapidly. It's not me, it's you. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Hey, let's give the new guy a chance. Let's give this young whippersnapper a shot, see if he has it in him, You gotta let him prove himself. But yeah, that's the podcast, and this entire episode was just a government psyop, and the goal of the psyop is to make you happier and make you enjoy your life a little bit more. It's called Operation Nightmare Blood Horse. Well, I don't know why it's called that. I don't know who called it that. But anyway, mission success, right? Look, if you don't agree that the mission was successful, and you don't have a smile on your face right now, they're gonna fucking Epstein me, okay? Please be happier. Alright, well, thanks for listening. Bye-bye.